You want to play again?
No. Maybe the blanket.
Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're looking at TV shows that most effectively and most regularly brought a core audience of adult males to tears. As this means getting viewers invested in long-form storytelling, there will be major plot spoilers.
You're okay, Dad.
Number 20, Doctor Who.
That strange, wild man who roamed the fields of Provence was not only the world's greatest artist, but also one of the greatest men who ever lived.
It hasn't just been the cast that's drastically changed across 60-plus years of Doctor Who. The 2005 revival has notably adopted a more dramatic tone to the pulp sci-fi of a shape-shifting alien exploring space and time. The Doctor and their companions encounter many deep aspects of the human or humanoid alien condition. The inevitable ends to their partnerships alone are consistently touching. Some companions and the Doctor themselves have even died. The drama in a time travel show may be fast and loose, but these adventures regularly get at the heart of connection, loss, and other meaningful themes. Doctor Who is a bigger deal in guy geek culture than ever for its emotional nuance as much as its vast mythology.
I don't want to go.
Number 19, For All Mankind.
I give credence to the improbable idea that anything is possible.
The perils of space travel are raised in For All Mankind's alternate history. Decades of intense science and politics following the Soviets' landing on the moon have led to much tragedy. Still, you can never predict major characters' fates or the impact that will have as far as the whole world. Some of our heroes get the uplifting resolutions they deserve. Many, sadly, are killed off in sacrifice, political upheaval, or just bad luck. For All Mankind is one of the few contemporary shows still willing to make you love its characters, then take them away. It's the kind of mature drama whose versatile intelligence extends all the way to the emotional.
You okay?
Yeah.
Number 18, ER.
Just wanted to say to tell you that I thought what you did was a heroic thing.
The uniquely female-driven Grey's Anatomy may have broken the record for the longest-running medical drama on American primetime, but ER set a grittier tone for portraying the difficult professional and personal lives of healthcare workers. The emergency room at Cook County General Hospital placed viewers on the front line of shocking medical crises week after week. As early as Season 1's Love's Labor Lost, in which a woman dies in childbirth, many one-off characters made bold impressions. Of course, a show that ran 15 years was bound to kill off main characters. In particular, Lucy Knights was considered one of TV's most heartbreaking deaths at the time. ER truly revealed that modern audiences, however painfully, can handle TV doctors not always saving the day.
What's wrong?
There was a complication with Lucy.
Number 17, Lost.
Good luck, Jack.
Lost started out on high emotion as an island survival drama. Even as it expanded into supernatural sci-fi to draw a cult following, the characters remained at the forefront of storytelling. Their backstories are moving enough, especially with regard to family hardship. Paternal conflict is a particularly touchy recurring theme to resonate with male viewers. But between shocking deaths and uplifting reunions, the show was never lost for emotional impact. Even the controversial Afterlife twist in the end offered profound closure for the relationships built across 6 seasons. Lost continues to captivate pop culture for its cerebral twists and deep thrills. The human touch, of course, is what keeps fans coming back for more mind-bending and heartbreaking.
Penny, you answered. You answered, Penny.
Number 16, Mr. Robot.
Hurt me? No, he would never hurt me. I told you. He was my friend.
The linchpin of Mr. Robot's political, crime, and cyber thrills is the tragic psychodrama of Elliot Alderson. His development was a groundbreakingly esoteric portrayal of crippling anxiety, mental illness, and underlying childhood trauma. Elliot takes viewers on an emotional roller coaster rarely dramatized in a dangerous social revolution, and the hallucinated interactions with his late father get more heartbreaking as the series progresses. From the early twist that Mr. Robot is really an alter ego, to the climactic revelation of Elliot's repressed sexual abuse, the father-son dynamic is consistently devastating. At the heart of Mr. Robot's unique mix of tension and humanity is the beautiful agony of one of TV's most underrated anti-hero arcs.
You're the father I needed. Not the father I had.
Number 15, When They See Us.
No. I don't want no problems. Okay, I said I don't want no problems. You don't have to hurt me.
The true story of the Central Park Five is heartbreaking just to hear. When audiences saw it dramatized in the miniseries When They See Us, it was a visceral experience. Ava DuVernay thoughtfully follows the aftermath of a violent crime and the young men who wrongly spent over a decade in prison for it. The soul-crushing drama, intense tone, and brilliant acting rarely let up on viewers. And the final bittersweet triumph of justice is no less moving. The complicated themes of masculine strength further resonate, especially for the young black men who are most vulnerable to this sort of tragedy. When They See Us is not an easy test of will, but it is an important one.
I love you, big bro. I love you too, Cord.
Number 14, The Leftovers.
I wanted to hold them. And then I started to lose them.
From Damon Lindelof, the tearjerker behind Lost, comes a drama all about loss. The Leftovers depicts humanity's individual and collective reaction to the disappearance of 2% of the world's population. It's a mind-bendingly twisty epic, but the most important part of the story is how every character deals with confusion and grief. With that comes the loaded allegories on the natures of trauma, faith, and connection. These universal themes are beautifully written and acted to awaken audiences' deepest anxieties about people around them vanishing. It's not likely they'll do so in a seemingly supernatural way. Still, The Leftovers rivals its intrigue with a gripping look at the pain of loss and the salvation in those who remain.
You do?
Why wouldn't I believe you? You're here.
Number 13, Afterlife.
You're a good boy. Am I? Yeah.
Ricky Gervais is always good for an uncomfortable laugh, and gets plenty as the maker and star of Afterlife. Still, he never treats Tony Johnson's grief over his late wife as a laughing matter. This is a thoughtful study in how a man grapples with catastrophic loss of a loved one and purpose in life. Taking care of his dog Brandy seems to be the only thing keeping Tony alive. However, as he gradually opens up, especially to other bereaved people, he finally finds peace. Afterlife is an uncompromising comedy about a universally relatable drama. Gervais's quirkier observations of the human condition may keep you going, but the heavier material's impact and tranquility really hit home.
I love how much you love your wife, and I can't wait for someone to love me as much as you love your wife. But you can still be happy.
Number 12, The Walking Dead.
Daddy?
It's all right, Dwayne. You stay there, son. Don't you come up here.
The definite zombie apocalypse saga may be more depressing than tear-jerking. For loyal viewers, though, The Walking Dead's methodical pacing and bold drama really flesh the characters out. Flesh eaters end up being the least of their woes. Fatigue, betrayal, and loss overwhelm the hero's journey to survive without compromising their moral compass. Even those who have are given tragic backstories to earn viewers' sympathies. Certainly, they should be consistently struck by major character deaths, whether shocking or slow, gruesome or graceful. That makes the rare moment of joy in the wasteland all the more poignant. While this dramatic formula persists across its many spin-offs, the human depth of the original The Walking Dead really sinks its teeth in.
I'm gonna make it real. Carl, I promise. I'm gonna make it real.
Number 11. 6 Feet Under.
You're not supposed to protect me. I'm supposed to protect you.
But you can't. You can't protect me from this.
The Fisher family business is a matter of life and death, literally. The grind of running a funeral home is usually comedic in 6 Feet Under. Still, there's equally deep drama in the driving themes of family dysfunction and existentialism. Obviously, many clients bring heartbreaking or life-affirming stories with their deceased loved ones. As for the Fishers themselves, they all have powerful stories of self-determination. Nate's strife in bearing others' burdens and terminal illness was especially groundbreaking in how it approached sensitive male subjects. Even bolder was David's crises and triumphs as a gay Christian. Culminating in one of the most moving series finales of all time, 6 Feet Under boasts all the joy, pain, and beauty of life itself.
I spent my whole life being scared. Scared of not being ready, of not being right, not being who I should be. And where did it get me?
Number 10. The Haunting.
It's time to wake up, sweetheart.
Mike Flanagan is known for chilling horror driven by character drama. The anthology series The Haunting exemplifies that with modern, poignant twists on classic supernatural literature. The Haunting of Hill House reimagined Shirley Jackson with the family's tragic lives after their matriarch's death in the haunted family home. This yielded piercing allegories for grief, mental health, and reconciliation. The Haunting of Bly Manor, inspired by the works of Henry James, is even more moving. It's a ghost story from the perspective of the ghosts. Contrasted with that are redemptive love stories that enrich themes of life and remembrance. For all of Flanagan's general mastery of mixing thrills and emotion, The Haunting is particularly, well, the title says it all.
Hill House, not sane, stands against its hills holding darkness within. It has stood so for 100 years and might stand 100 more.
Number 9. The Last of Us.
I know, baby. No, I know. Tommy, help me! Joe.
Raw emotion helped set The Last of Us apart from most action video games. Perhaps more shocking is how it sets HBO's adaptation apart from most TV dramas. In the first season alone, the zombie opus earned a reputation for establishing many rich characters, only to quickly kill them off. At least Bill and Frank went out on their own terms in the third episode's beautifully developed love story. Mostly, heroes Joel and Ellie must reckon with gruesome death, sacrificed principles, and human horror. They never seem to get desensitized to it, nor does the audience. Every hardship raises the stakes and enriches complex characters. Each episode of The Last of Us is an emotional ride, well worth playing through.
It's quick, painless. No, I don't like option 1.
Number 8. The Bear.
I don't deserve to see how good this is. I want them to have this good thing.
Anyone who's worked in the culinary industry probably has more reason than others to cry at The Bear. It's a darkly comedic portrayal of frantic professional and financial stress, until it's a well-balanced underdog story. Carmi Berzatto leads most of the heartbreak as he struggles to maintain sobriety against family trauma and reviving his late brother's restaurant. Self-destructive masculine passion ends up being a key theme in his bitter drama. It's even harder to swallow for his employees' own personal turmoil, but the hard-fought triumphs of their community and dreams ultimately hit the spot. The Bear blends a lot of flavors into an intense experience, with as much heart as meticulous presentation to leave its patrons emotionally satisfied.
You tell Mr. Jaramovich thank you for me? I will. Thank you.
Number 7. Breaking Bad.
I loved her more than anything.
Much of Breaking Bad's renown may be based on its masterful tension, but so much of that is based on fans' emotional investment. The show develops its characters so thoughtfully that their heavy fates often rise from shocking to heart-rending. Their moral tragedies really stand out, particularly in a complex representation of masculine hubris. Walter White enters the drug trade to provide for his family, only to become consumed by his power in the criminal underworld. His toxic downfall culminates in Ozymandias, widely considered the show's best episode. Walt clearing his wife as his accomplice with a cruel cell phone call symbolizes men's deepest dread. Altogether, though, Breaking Bad deserves more recognition as one of TV's most wholly emotional achievements.
Please. We need to know.
You're never gonna see Hank again.
Number 6. Bojack Horsemen.
Can you taste the ice cream, Mom?
Oh, Bojack. It's so delicious.
An animated talking horse mounting his acting comeback surely leaves you in tears from laughter. But for all the ingenious satire in Bojack Horseman's animal lore, it's a Trojan horse for heavier human allegories. The title character's struggles with alcoholism and remorse, stemming from a loveless childhood, feel shockingly raw. Developments like the drinking death of an old co-star Bojack enabled are bold for any genre. With the animation, however, the bitter and the sweet moments take on an expressionism that makes them even more impactful. Bojack's turmoil and ultimate redemption is still just one of many caringly defined character arcs on Bojack Horseman. It's simply the final word on how even the quirkiest cartoons can deliver the realest emotion.
This one spectacular moment we are sharing together. Right, Sarah Lynn? Sarah Lynn? Sarah Lynn?
Number 5. Rescue Me.
Oh, and one more thing, when you pick a photo of me for the plaque, in the firehouse, can you find something that doesn't make me look so chinny?
Machismo is at the heart of the thrills and frills of Rescue Me. As irreverently as the dramedy handles the dynamics of New York firefighters, it holds their work and woes in high regard. Their tireless efforts to save lives is always emotionally intense and, sadly, not always successful. This weighs heaviest on Tommy Gavin, a complicated anti-hero enduring alcoholism, family dysfunction, and 9/11 survivors' guilt. The show is the gold standard for representing PTSD among firefighters. All of that's just the beginning of the hardship that Tommy and company must face to realize the men they should be. For all its charms, Rescue Me's consistently searing drama drives home that even the toughest among us break down.
I lost my buddy, my best friend, my cousin, my brother.
Number 4. Sons of Anarchy.
I'll find out who you are and where you live. And then I'm gonna kill you.
Mastering gritty drama with his work on The Shield, Kurt Sutter went harder with Sons of Anarchy. There are no heroes in a motorcycle club's criminal exploits, yet the gripping thriller so carefully develops the characters' morally ambiguous dynamics that you feel their relentless tragedy. Jax Teller holds down the sentimental core by struggling to redeem his late father's club for the sake of his own sons. After he loses the honorable Opie Winston in Season 5, each devastating death represents Jack's downfall. Sutter skillfully reconciles violence with raw emotion and distorted redemption. The spin-off, Mayans MC, continued that uniquely brutal form of consequential drama, but SOA sets the extreme in cruelty and humanity to make you cry for the bad man.
Take care of our girls, Philip, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Number 3. This Is Us.
Do him a favor. Stop trying to live up to me. I was terrified of being like my dad, and you were terrified of not being like yours.
With practically every episode leaving fans in tears, This Is Us gained an unfair reputation as a women's show. Certainly, it handles the complexities of womanhood and female relationships beautifully, but its masculine themes are equally profound. Flashbacks center around Jack Pearson trying to be the decent man his abusive father never was. His example and untimely death send sons Kevin and Randall on their own difficult journeys to self-actualization. Remorse, responsibility, race, and many other themes are complicatedly nuanced under the male condition. The series finale even focuses on Jack simply teaching his sons how to shave. It's the perfect coda for a perfect portrait of what it means to be a man. Of course, This Is Us is designed to make anyone weep. Number 2, 1883.
I heard 1,000 stories, but none could describe this place.
Taylor Sheridan's gritty, unsentimental drama is epitomized in the neo-Western Yellowstone. But in showing how the Dutton dynasty began, 1883 finds deeper humanity in the harshness. The Duttons are part of a wagon train that must endure unforgiving elements to settle in the American West. The nuanced ensemble is led by Elsa Dutton, whose poetic narration on the beauty and brutality of nature is revealed to be posthumous. Key to the Western's staggering authenticity is a vivid portrayal of hardship and pioneering and the trauma of Americans following the Civil War. Every episode is a visceral blend of epic thrills and poignant heartbreak. Sheridan may have mastered hardcore tension, but some fans believe the heart is what distinguishes 1883 as his masterpiece.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Band of Brothers.
Ljudi, pomozite, molim vas, pomozite, još je živ. Još ga možete spasiti.
The HBO miniseries Band of Brothers transcended not just TV production standards, but war filmmaking. Its format provides a full-scale dramatization of World War II's Western Front, including its horror. Audiences are immersed into the experiences of ordinary men facing extraordinary carnage on either side of combat and in surrounding communities. Whether characters are developed across one episode or the series, their fates are always gutting. Amid this human cost, the episode Why We Fight fulfills its title with the liberation of a Nazi concentration camp. But Band of Brothers makes no excuses for the global bloodshed, nor do the companion series The Pacific and Masters of the Air. They simply express camaraderie and sorrow, unlike any other male-driven trauma of its format.
Grandpa said no. But I served in a company of heroes.
What are your favorite guy cry moments in a TV show? Share your feelings in the comments.
Sorry. I'm sorry, is it too much?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.